Hello, fabulous friends and fans. Welcome to your horoscope for the week of July 14th, 2013. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here, and a Ramadan Mubarak to everyone out there. This week is truly very special. This week we have a very rare phenomenon that reaches a precise point, and this really is once in a lifetime, and I don't say that lightly. The last time this happened was almost 3,000 years ago. And this is really when three planets work in harmony, power player planets in water signs, what astrologers call the grand trine in water. Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune are forming a harmonious conversation that is set to make sweeping changes to many of us in our lives. Now, individually, this has a way of speaking, and I'll talk about that in a moment, but collectively, this does indicate a time of rising compassion and moving towards a greater sense of unity for all of us on the planet. How this speaks to you in your sign is coming up right now. Aries, all of us are going to experience some breakthrough progress in at least one area of life where a dream can become reality, or at least the pathway to it. And for you, this is very much about home, what is happening on the home front. And if you like where you live, your relationship with your family, all of these themes are highlighted for you now. Consider the foundation that you're laying, but allow yourself to dream big. If you allow yourself to dream while focusing on what is in front of you, focusing on whether or not you have the credentials that you need in place, then you set yourself up very nicely to take full advantage of the sky now, planting seeds that will reap for many years to come. Taurus, there's a lot of fun to be had, a lot of busyness to be had, and what I see for you is a brilliant idea. This is a very intellectual energy, a very mind energy, and you do meet the right people to stimulate these ideas as well. Don't discount them. It does seem very cerebral, but there is a lot of potential there for you to turn those ideas into very strong connections that help a lot of people and therefore end up creating greater prosperity for you. Gemini, there's a huge opportunity for you financially speaking. Don't discount any opportunities that show up and don't dismiss them. Actually, what I do see for you is the possibility of landing a dream, not just job, but a dream way of actually making money. And this is very much in alignment with the soul's calling and a dream. For Cancer, now this is very much to the core of you. You are actively participating in this, and this week can change you very deeply. Now, I spoke about the rise in compassion and unity. You are really feeling this. It's like this healing bomb just goes out through your entire life, and you have the ability to spread that sense of unity throughout your family, throughout all of your relationships. But more than that, what I am also seeing is a very inspired vision that shows up for you and a very strong sense of confidence. You can believe in yourself, and there is something within you that deserves to shine and be seen. For Leo, there is a quietness to this week, certainly on one level, but what I see for you is that you are really clarifying what you want, what's part of your future, what is not. More than anything, what I think happens this week for you has to do with karmic resolution. And what that means is any heavy situations or people, any patterns that have been there for a really long time that have felt like a burden, find their closure. And this frees you tremendously. This really sets you up nicely for a coming year ahead where you are doing a lot of resolution, because the following year you launch in really big ways. So pay attention now. The new is going to come a year from now, and right now you're creating space. You're creating space by allowing things to close that have served their purpose, and you end up feeling a lot lighter as a result. Virgo, this week is very much about those casual alliances that you have, and really you want to get out and about. You want to connect with as many people as possible, because what I am seeing is that it is one of these acquaintances really who presents you with an opportunity. Now, it isn't necessarily that they are involved directly. It may just be that they give you a great idea and that you get to follow up on that. But really, when you consider how much people are just rushing in to help you, and they might not even realize that they're helping you, this really is a time when you want to be out and about, connecting with people, meeting friends, being willing to make new friends. Do this as much as possible this week, and you'll utilize this week to your maximum advantage. Libra, This week features a very strong career energy for you, and there is certainly career progress to be made. This is about you climbing a ladder and making progress in terms of impressing the right people, and also in terms of accomplishing a goal that is very important to you. You are building a legacy, as you see. The vision that shows up is very expansive, is very big. You may not be sure how the finances are going to come together, but you do see the rough outline. Trust that vision. For Scorpio, this has to do with you really understanding not only your place in the world, but allowing that place to evolve. What I am seeing for you is maybe there was a part of your identity or your values that you held on to very tightly, and now you're being asked to change. You're being asked to evolve. You're being asked to consider how maybe people who you thought were so different from you actually are not so different from you. Your heart is opening, and this is very important. This is going to lead you in a direction of greater peace. You are a different person, and as a result, your values have to reflect that, as they will begin to now. For Sagittarius, there's a strong financial focus on this week, and for you, you really need to be applying for funding wherever you can. And I do think that money can find you, just in some cases, for some Sagittarius out there, in almost miraculous ways. But for other Sagittarius out there, what's much more likely is that you are going to identify a source of funding. You're going to see what is required to get that. You're going to understand how that funding can fit into a larger purpose or a larger project. When you put those pieces together, you'll find that all the support you need, everything just falls into place and has a flow to it. For Capricorns, this week is about marriage and partnerships and love. And yes, that means if you're single, you could attract somebody who is in many ways a great partner, almost perfect partner. And for some of you, it may be too good to be true, or you may feel that way. But don't worry, just go along for the ride, because it does look like there's a very strong grounding to this person, that they're coming at you with honesty. So that should be very welcome by you. And you come to see how you really deserve to be loved. For those of you attached, that partnership, that bond with your spouse gets a lot deeper and a lot more meaningful. I think that both of you are going to feel a sense of moving forward in the best possible sense of the word, and a new commitment, a new bond, and a new depth to that bond than you've known before. For Aquarius, this energy is very much about your habits, how you're living in your day-to-day life, and if you like what it is that you're actually doing in those small moments every day, those little rituals. Now, don't discount this. This is about you showing yourself that you deserve the very best of care through your own actions repeatedly throughout the day. And for some of you, you're going to find just the perfect answer to get rid of a bad habit. For others of you, you're going to fall upon the perfect solution to experience greater health. And if you've had any health problems, you are going to find solutions that do the trick very nicely, that lead you to feel a greater sense of well-being and vitality. And finally, Pisces, this is a very special week for you. There's a lot of fun on offer. There's a lot of joy on offer. You may not always know just what to do with it. For those of you who want to have children, that becomes very possible for you now. For those of you who have children, it is your children that facilitate some very good news finding you. And for those of you who are okay without children, you're just going to find yourself having a tremendous amount of fun. But more than that, you're going to tap into a passion and see how you can actually take that passion and make it into a money-making opportunity. So be open to that. Trust what is fun for you. It holds the seeds to great abundance. Well, thank you so much for watching. For expanded horoscopes and so much more, check out my website, nadiyashah.com. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.